Okay, at this rate, we're hitting 3 days in a row of both streaming and the same game. So either I have way too much time on my hands, or I just really want to keep playing this game, and it's a little bit of both. So why not? I mean, there's a lot to do now. We've kind of been given an entire prophecy thrown on our hands to cover and overcome ever since we found out that stuff went wrong. Stuff went very, very wrong. Well, okay, I say we were given a prophecy. We were given a prophecy from the very beginning, and then it got changed over stuff going south. Anyways, explanation for where we are and why we're in this scenario for those who may not be aware. We are in... Oh wait, that's not the button. Right. We found out that there was a map with that entire scroll that we had from the very beginning, which... The scroll was an item that was given as a part of a prophecy. We were supposed to make it to the top of a mountain. We made it to the top of said mountain. And then we found ourselves in the future with having to find and defeat the Demon General. After finding and defeating the Demon General, it was found out that we became the Western hero, meant to pass on the scroll to the next messenger, who died. New little thing, if you go through these little blue portals, you can go back and forth between the past and future. Which may also allow you access to places on the map that you weren't able to go to before. I keep forgetting the map button isn't the pause button. Anyways, where I was going with this. Found out that the new messenger was not very much cut out to be a messenger, and therefore we gotta pick up the slack. We weren't a shopkeeper anyways. I didn't look like a shopkeeper, so said the strange masked character. Anyways, the goal of today, just explore areas that we couldn't before and maybe get closer to our goal. It's a battle against time. Doesn't mean it's a race. Restart that. Also, with being in the future, some areas we couldn't access before are now accessible. The little areas that were two little walls mixed with the background, not mixed with the background, two little walls that were mixed in with the little open spots have now cleared up for the future. If we take this long pathway, we get to see something a little bit different. Like how interconnected this world is. This song is not the Howling Grotto. However, you can get pathways from one area to another now. Completely unconnected to the regular pathway, which means more exploration. We head to the right from here, we can find another little spot. I say little, but this is actually a pretty big room. Which leads into the Searing Crags. Something that I like about more interconnected the world can be outside of the minimal little, oh hey, how is the area getting around from here? As it turns out, there's way more on top of that. Okay, I'm pausing for a second, I gotta check. Because I did a small little test earlier to test something out, and I gotta check to see if the stream name changed. Okay, it didn't change from test. Got it. I'm gonna have to fix that because I've started actually using the main account to change things up slightly, and then it gets confusing. There we go. Now the name's updated. Scuffed streamer, low quality mic, learning the ropes during any open window of time given, while also not giving enough time to himself. Oh hey, this is familiar. It's going as well as I can for completely losing my direction. I've played this game twice. Don't know where I'm supposed to go. Well, okay, I say don't know where I'm supposed to go. There's direction. Under the shroud of night, crimson trees shelter a magic note ready to be collected. Well, crimson's associated with red, so it leads you to the Autumn Hills. Every little portal takes you to an area you couldn't have accessed through the original run-through of the area because those were blocked off through, I guess, the term isn't future-proofing, but sequence break, something along the lines of avoiding sequence breaks. By the way, these fireflies, I mentioned in the first stream that they were pretty nice. They have significance. I wouldn't say I main this game. I've been playing a lot more Persona 3, but I started playing this on Monday and I was like, I want to keep playing it. So like I played it a couple times on my own and I was like, I have a game that I haven't played before, so I'll play that. Don't want to make that my own thing, or my only thing, so I added a second thing and that was this. And then I started a run and have just kept going for the last 3 days. Oh right, I already got that. For reference, since it seems that you are new to these streams, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing this for fun because I have a whole ton of free time on my hands. And I can't really think of much else that I can do. Oh yeah, all the enemies are the same, but they look different because of the new 16-bit graphics. Which that was kind of obvious through past areas, but I was just like, oh hey, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Other than this, I play Persona 3 Reload. I have a couple other games in mind, but I don't know if I want to load up my palette with like a bunch of things that I'm going to start, then change around and never finish. But I could probably get some sort of order in line with whatever consistency I can find in my schedule. Because outside of a couple things, I tend to have stuff that's pretty up in the air for a schedule, so I don't know if, like... I know for sure I gotta get everything in order, because I'm definitely not... I'm definitely not just like, oh hey, I've got everything planned out, know what I'm doing. I just kind of wake up and think, I might do this today. Which ends up being either continuing Persona 3 because I haven't played it before and want to know what's next, or I'm really into this game, so I'm gonna keep playing it. At the same time, I feel like the whole thing of playing just the same game back to back to back starts to get a little bit tiring over time. But I also can't speak from experience because I've only really done a certain number of streams since February when I got Persona 3. I just remembered what I'm about to do. Technically, it can be considered cheating, but you know what? An achievement's an achievement. At least if I remember where this takes me. Because I could totally be wrong. Oh no, I got it right. So there's this dark cave. You can't see anything. You can't see where you're going. There are no platforms to track. However, there does exist an achievement in this game that is, if you can get through this area without another item, then I'm definitely going to try that because I've done it before. I consider myself a fool. That also means looking up the map. I don't always cheat at the game, but in this case it's kinda necessary for the sake of the achievement. I wouldn't even say that I'm an achievement hunter of sorts. I just kind of go for what I know is either something I'm capable of doing or I just have fun doing. Okay. The stream is going to be at least 5 to 10 minutes of this because I'm following a really tiny map. I will come back and show what the area looks like in light. But I've already made it here. I have to get the achievement now. I can definitely associate what I'm doing with pure foolishness. Because there's no checkpoint in this entire area, it's just like death. Okay, it's if you play your cards wrong, death. But I definitely don't. Okay, why am I doing this to myself? That's a better question. There's someone watching you. There was an input lag. I'm not just gonna lie. I'm gonna... You ever do one of those things where as you start doing it, you realize there's no reason for me to be doing this, and I'm playing it completely out of the notion of doing something to be a fool? Or is that just me? The achievement for going through this tunnel without seeing any of it is, I swear it's my first time. It isn't my first time playing this game. But just because you've played it a bunch of times doesn't mean you'd have the map fully memorized. At least I don't think so. Like, I certainly don't know where I'm going. I certainly don't know where I'm going. I also don't recommend doing what I'm doing. it doesn't go very well. Okay, different method. I'm gonna give it maybe a run or two more, and if I fail it, I'm just gonna turn back and skip for now. But I'm already far too dedicated to my foolishness. If there are any traits I can give to myself, it's dedicated to stupidity. I think the first day I actually did a stream was February 15th. It was kind of just like, oh hey, I'm able to use the streaming feature through my PlayStation. I can probably do something live for fun. Or just like have... I think the main reason that I started doing this was just like, if anyone asks, hey, what'd you think of the game? I could just direct them to live footage of my initial reactions to the game. And then I ended up being like, you know what? I can just kind of give myself an excuse to talk to myself while playing games through streaming. Or just like, I don't know, put my thoughts into words and then realize how stupid they sound. Okay, I'm definitely not doing this right. One more shot, or... Okay, one more shot. I either get it right or I stop and go do something else. That answers my question pretty quickly. Alright, it's not worth putting my time into this right now. I definitely missed the note in the autumn fields, autumn hills, which means now I have to backtrack to that area, or I'm probably good for now, taking my own thoughts into consideration for what I want to do. Oh, right, backtracking means going through a lot of the things that are significantly easier one way. Also, I noticed, I don't fully remember if I noticed in the past, but there are a lot more of those pictures of that necromancer. Which then leads to the question of, oh no, do you spiffy up the place to seem like a nice house? I ask these questions, fully knowing the answer, but to leave some ambiguity for the unaware. Back to the original goal, get stuff done. Which basically just means, I don't know, find the magical MacGuffins. Where does the term MacGuffin even come from? Because I've always heard it, people talking about like specific, like special items that you're supposed to get as like a MacGuffin, but it's like when I really think about it, I don't know the source of the term. What I'm looking for is closer to the Ninja Village. There's not much I can really think of to say. It's just kind of focused on the mission at hand and maybe letting the music actually play like I was going to at some point. That may become an issue. Oh, never mind, it won't become an issue. Wait, does the shopkeeper have anything new to say? No. There are hints that you have to pay money for. Okay, I think I'm at that safe point now. The conversation made with another person, I'm fairly certain that was actually a bot. Now that I'm thinking more on it, like some of my responses seemingly being completely overlooked, and there seeming to be a particular plan in mind, such as Twitter DMs for art styles for my stream, and it's like, you know what? No! I'm good. I got my own stuff in mind. Which honestly, if I got botted, I'm not surprised. Site's full of it. I just didn't want to say it when the bot was still around. Oh. I'm starting to think you'll just want to find out when these death quotes start looping. Not particularly. I could have bought some of the new upgrades there as well, but I'm still kind of focused on the last one from the original set. Because it may prevent stuff like that from happening. Ah, I get it. Yeah, some of the time, some of the time portals are kind of things to throw you off, because you probably have one thing that you need to do. There's a time portal there. We have found the first music note. When you collect one, got the Key of Hope, materialized from the repeating intentions of countless villagers wishing their messengers well over past cycles. It is one of the notes needed to create a melody that will break the curse. So the goal is to collect all these 6 notes and break this curse in question. That effectively means that we have also finished our goal here in the Autumn Woods. Autumn Hills. I keep messing up the name. Like, I was doing just fine yesterday, or the day before. And then there's, oh yeah, day 3. Tired. Fun advice. Take care of your sleep schedule. Get proper sleep. You will feel better rested. Also, with this same layout in the past, you got some of, like, of course, the upgraded platforms. Then there's also stuff like the hole that you would fall through. I don't fully know how that soldier guy who was alive for maybe 5 minutes was able to get through there with a charge beam, but you know what? Let it be the way it is, I guess. It is worth backtracking to some areas that you wouldn't think very useful, including the fallen ninja village of the future. Or I guess not ninja village anymore. I guess soldier's outpost would be a better term. But if you go back here, you can find some pretty intriguing things. Like, yes, I did just pass the time portal, however, that's not what's in question right now. What I'm aware of, if you continue to go back to the tree at the very beginning, there's a little climbing area up there, which you need pretty much all your mobility items to reach. Then there's also access to a power seal. So yes, there are power seals in completely blocked off areas. Or even areas you wouldn't consider very useful in a moment. Next thing is, what about that time portal? I'm just going to call them time portals. That's pretty much what it is. they pretty much left the layout the same. However, this village seems significantly less destroyed. Until you reach further into the area. Talk to the master. How goes your quest? I stumbled upon a strange place, a cavern so dark it's like I am blind. Ah, so the messenger requires the power of true sight. True sight? It is a technique seldom taught to young students such as yourself. Unless the mind can be expanded, that is. How can I expand my mind? A warm cup of astral tea will do that. Unfortunately, we ran out of astral leaves a few years ago. All we have is a single seed, but fully growing it would take centuries. Give me the seed, I'll see what I can do. I was hoping you would say that. You got the astral seed. Now to find a flower bed and wait a few centuries. I believe there was reference made to a flower bed. But I'm also not going to do that. Mainly for something along the lines of, why would I? I have an achievement to go for at some point later. I also have to stop by the next shop I find, because it can both get me out from where I am, and also get me that last upgrade to lower received damage. Or I guess the other term for it is raise my defense. For the reason why I described it so strangely that first time, I couldn't give it. Oh yeah, the closet's gone. Completely forgot to mention that first time. What's that? Ah, yes, the jukebox. Jukebox? Silly name, huh? I brought it back from one of my journeys through time back in the day. I'm not sure what it's for, but it sure looks pretty cool. So what happened to the cabinet? Oh, I teleported it somewhere else since we didn't need it anymore. Where is it now? That's something you may or may not find out later. You unlocked the jukebox. Play your favorite tune in the shop or access it through the pause menu to change a level's track. Which means if there are any moments I have to go silent, we can now go through specific songs. All these songs have names. You can't really get a name for them unless you look up, of course, the Spotify soundtrack. So other than that, you have Autumn Hills 00, which is just past version. 01, future version. 02, boss theme. Which I'm going to want to pause. There are 4 Tower of Time songs, because you have the challenge mode, headquarters mode, this is the boss, and then there is the, oh hey, you finished the challenge, so go through the leap of faith thing. For now, though, the song I want to let play is Cloud Ruins 01. Final upgrade from the original set, defense up. New things that we can unlock, which I will go through. Time Sense, a blue glow to rooms on the area map where you can shift between the past and future time periods. So now that you have access to a map, you have map upgrades. A counter on the world map for the amount of power seals left in each area. And if you want to go one step a little bit further, marks the locations of all power seals on the area map. Regular upgrades you can get, another health boost, potions now fully heal, which I haven't really not benefit from before, so it's pretty much just going to do what it's done before. You have one more shuriken charge, and they pierce 2 targets. And then attack boost. By mastering Patience and Focus, you can wait to passively charge your next attack, making it deal triple damage. which shall be showcased when we can afford it. I don't want to go back into the Autumn Hills right now. There's stuff that I'm missing for secrets, but whatever, I'll do it later. However, I do want to take another look at the Searing Crags, because we've now unlocked that door. Oh yeah, different pathway you could take. That's another Phobican. I'll get you! Lava is an insta-kill. You can't do this right now. He's pretty much stuck over there for the next little while. Unless there is some way around it. Yeah, showcased in the future and past. In the future, you can go down this hill. Or this hole. In the past, you cannot. This is due to a little thing known as movie magic. It's not actually movie magic. That's a lie. Oh wait. If I'm doing what I'm doing right now, I might want to do it in the future. Now the strange thing, there's a past and there's a future, but there's never a present, unless the present you spend is the moment that you're in. So by that sense, should there be a past or a future? Should it just all be known as the present? I don't know. I don't go to school for studies on space and time. This is out of my pay grade. By the way, you have to reach all power seals with the actual sprite character. You can't just reach them with the grappling hook. As if that would be something someone would try, I don't know. Now, if we make it back up to the top of this little hill area, we can go and meet up with the Colossus guys. Well then. You got the Power Thistle. Time to prevent two dumb brothers from waiting to death. I'd like to commend their ability to make food for lasting so long. Like, that's been burning for several years. The significant several, not particularly mentioned as to where. Or should I say when? When I get my level of skill back to play this game is also something that is currently ambiguously at large. The answer to that question is no. Okay, if you die, you still get the items that you collected. You just died. There are minor differences seen between two areas. Then we got these guys, who are still waiting here, and not dead, because it is whatever time before they die. I'm not going to do their voices again, because I both don't remember them, and they also kind of strayed my voice last time. Hey, it's the little guy again. What is up? I have your Power Thistle. Huh? I missed something. Hey, he's not kidding. So I see. Never mind how you pulled this off. Throw into the stew. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Curious. I did throw it in there. Oh well. satiated and content. Shall we test how strong it made us? Well, off we go. But now I need some sleep, I reckon. Thanks for everything, little guy. So you made friends with the bosses. Then again, they were never really enemies to begin with. Is there more to say? Not particularly. Now I'm gonna have to go back because I completely missed one thing that was kind of important while I was there. But while I'm here, there are some things I can get done as well. Oh yeah, for reference on how far they sent you. You started up here, you fell down here. Wouldn't look like that big of a distance, but considering that there is no other way to reach this area, that's good enough. There's also a lot of backtracking, because unless you're able to like get your time set very specifically to how you want it, you will have to take a couple of loops. You make it to the future, and you find another note, which I'm guessing means that you can't collect any of these in the past. Key of Strength. Forced into being by physical feats, it is one of the notes needed to create a melody that will break a curse. Alright. That already makes 2 out of 6. Then again, I really don't need the Astral Tea. It also looks like there is nowhere else that I can go to get anything done, so I'm pretty sure we're done here. I haven't gone to the Glacial Peak yet. It's not necessary at the moment. There is more to explore though in the Howling Grotto. Like, I think the Howling Grotto is one of the largest areas in the game, just based on where a lot of your initial secrets can be found. Unless you play things slightly different, you're able to find some of the other secrets in different places, such as the little pathways between each area. A couple of areas that are probably very helpful to explore are the Quillshoe Marsh and the Catacombs as well. Which I will be showcasing before... Oh wait, no. The Quillshoe Marsh thing is like requiring other stuff to be done first. I might get that today, I don't know. Kind of seeing how long I could go before I end up just getting tired. Anyways, areas we want to explore. That's not it. For somebody who's played this game a couple of times, I still don't fully remember where everything is. Which was also showcased in the messing up the platform thing. It's just the... I guess I'm gonna go with the term of publicity fallacy. Because there's another term that I could have used, but it's also a term coined by a person who I do not associate with, creatively or otherwise. So yeah, it's the publicity fallacy is what I'm going to go for. Because it's always like, sometimes when you're playing games on your own, you can get things done just fine. Once you hit the live button, it all goes south. Oh yeah, backtrack into areas that you can't usually reach through other means. You can just find yourself a big crystal. Which also means if I want any hope of coming back in this direction, I have to go back, change time, and then return. And also not die in the process. Returning back to the original direction that I went in, and preferably not dying on the way. Is not the easiest thing to do. Especially since a lot of backtracking involves going through areas that are, of course, easier one direction rather than the other. Which, yeah, I've said that earlier, but I still stand by it. Things are a little bit less fun when you're stuck going back, but that's also just the nature of backtracking. Couple rooms off gets me to the area that I'm actually looking for. But the only way to go back up is to... Okay. I'm pretty glad that the cloud step is a thing in this game because it would make it so much harder without. Another issue about the switching between times, though, is that if you want to switch times to get stuff done, you gotta go through a whole process. Or you don't have to go through a whole process, and I'm just going about things as wrong as I can. I'm gonna guess it's that second one, because I don't remember having to go back this far. Okay, upon returning to this spot, I lie to myself and others. Yeah, I'm not gonna state that I'm great at this game. Sometimes you just have those days where you feel super tired and you can't really think properly. I think today's one of those days. Damn my sleep schedule. What I'm gonna guess is that I'm supposed to not switch time here. And then I'm supposed to... Oh wait, I think I get it. Okay, then here's my trick. Respawn the enemy. Okay, guess I'm doing things completely wrong no matter which direction I go. Then the next comment is gonna be, if only I had a shop that I could go to buy that thing that shows me where the time areas are. Oh, wait. Or I could have just looked at the map. You know, Corporal, take your stupid fill. It's not as far back as you remember it being, as you don't remember it being. It's actually pretty simple. Now that that whole situation of fuckery's been solved, there are little tunnels. Now, something I would like to let be mentioned as I'm going through this. Legend says the seashell lets its bearer hear the call of the deep. It is an item that the game expects you to get after you find the map and know that you can go through specific areas of quicksand. I decided to fast track that, and I didn't have to go looking for it. The further, the closer, those words are completely opposite. The deeper that we go through this cavern, the more of these little glowing things that we find. And it leads somewhere, if you wait just a moment. Going down here, followed by down here, takes you to another cavern where the music's a little bit louder. Here today, gone tomorrow. Make it out of the underwater labyrinth. And it leads to one of my favorite areas in this game. With great music. I shall let this play for a bit. This is one of two of my favorite tracks in this game. Because a lot of the music in this game is good, but this one just tops it. There are there are some reasons, like maybe 2 or 3, why I like it. It's a bit more of a relaxing song, but I also kind of like... I keep going into stuff about music, and then I keep remembering as I say it, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know where I'm going with this. The song is just pleasing in a nice to listen to and hear way. This place looks ancient. Oh, you noticed? We're not clear on what the sunken shrine really is, other than the ruins of a religion long forgotten. The prophet thinks it was built to worship legendary heroes who ascended into guardian gods. Whoa. Crazy, right? I mean, who becomes a god? It's all under the sea now anyway, but apparently their power had to do with the stars. Anyway, if our calculations are correct, you should find a music note somewhere in here. There aren't any more stories that I'm aware of. We've pretty much gone through the process of all the stories that we can get from the from the shopkeeper anyway. And I mean, if you want to put it in this perspective as well, there are bigger things to do than listen to children's like kindergarten tales. We have a world to save. We got a mission to do. That and also the quirky dialogue from the shopkeeper was kind of meant to be part of our guidance, and we're not being guided by the shopkeeper anymore. The prophet's our guide. The prophet's got our direction. Also, the difference between time in this area involves mainly the level of water. Because, I mean, as time passes, areas flood. It still continues to flood to this day. Here, we find an item. You've got the Lightfoot Tabby. Tabby? I'm going to call it Tabby. You can now run on liquid Keywords. You can now run on liquid surfaces by holding R2 if you keep moving. So if I jump on the spikes here, holding down the button that keeps me moving, it doesn't do anything. But if I run, then we're fine. It involves continuous motion. You can only be light on your feet if you don't let your weight sink into them. There's also a little crystal. I say little when this is actually a big crystal. I have lied to you. Now, there are 2 directions that we can take through drop platforms. One on the left, and one on the right. I've started with the one on the right before, so I will take the one on the left this time. Now, you wouldn't have been able to come down through this area and get any of the stuff you need if you didn't take the upper path first. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory here. Oh, wait, I wanted this. Shopkeeper. Give me some upgrades. So you need 750 time shards to get all of the upgrades for the map. On top of 750, you also need another 350, which puts you at 1100 for Centered Mind. And then another 350, so you get 1450 already. And then for the final upgrade, that's another 2,000. 3,450 time shards are needed just to get the mid-game upgrades. I'm going to call them the mid-game upgrades. There are no upgrades after this. What you see is what you get. This is a trick. There is a wall in the future. It was probably emphasized by it being a trick because there was this here. Oh, also the sound of the time shards is different between eras. Funny observation that somehow I didn't notice until today, while I'm doing this live. Also, you're getting bombarded by fire. Oh yeah, as I'm going along with this, I think I'd like to state, make note. Make note of the song, make note of the area, make note of some of the background stuff. This is also something that carries a fair bit of significance. Why the hell did I do that? I was in the right time and could get around. And then I made it so I couldn't get around. Oh yeah, by the way, crouch under here. Don't fall in the pit. And you are faced with a secret tunnel. Proceed to go for each power seal. Why did I forget the name of those for a moment? I couldn't say. They will pay off in time. I just need to collect all of them. Sometimes you think about time, and it always sounds like it's too long. Like, putting this out as an example, saying 15 years. In the minds of a younger person, that seems like a while. And then you make it that far. Then you realize, depending on the way that you go about things, that it really wasn't that long at all. When there is nothing that you are doing, then even 9 months can feel like a long, long time. That being said, it's all based on the ways that you make use of your time. If you make use of your time to the fullest, then you get the full extent of it. If you don't, you just kind of sit there. Another item found here. The Sun Crest. Maybe it has something to do with the locked door with the 2 sockets in the sunken shrine. That's a lot of use of words that start with an S. You can drop down here for a couple more time shards. You return to the top, and you make it back up here. You can slot the crest into the door. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to take the other path. Also, realizing it now, I think in first stream I made a wrong statement saying that Bamboo Creek is like one of 2 areas without a boss. It's actually one of... Taking a second to think. No idea. I'm gonna say 3 or 4. Something I kind of like about this is that you can run over the... Oh. Well, you can doesn't mean you can. No, you should doesn't mean you can. Can I? I don't know. So far I've been unsuccessfully running across water. So it seems to be a pretty good consensus of it. I cannot. But there's also no use in saying, I can't. But there is some use in saying it that you think you can. There's even more strength in saying that you know. Because then you're confident about it. Don't let that confidence get to your head. Moral of the story, I don't know. That's not my thing. My thing is dying at very inconvenient parts in the game, though, which make me have to go through whole chunks of struggle all over again. And this is also how health is lost. That's definitely a death wish. But I also didn't take like any damage there. Weird. The goal of this challenge, keep your movement, keep your momentum, and you get a seal. No, you do not stand on water in the seal collection cutscene, even if you were holding the button. You can run across, sometimes it's faster to just fall in the water. Go with the current. Go. Or, if you want to put it this way, go with the flow. Actually, now that I'm here, now I'm thinking about it, is there a way to get around doing the challenge? Because you can't carry in Cloud Step in here. I'm gonna guess no, but there's probably someone who's done it. That person just isn't gonna be me. game seems to lead you upwards, but it's still worth going back to areas that you couldn't have accessed otherwise. Because then you get a little bit more money. And health. It's better to have than to have not the funds of which you require to get your mission done. Make it here, and you find the Moon Crest. Has something to do with the locked door with the 2 sockets and the sunken shrine. If you went this way, it would have shown you the little pathway to the little money ring stuff. Make it to the top. Get the 2 crests. Slot them in the door. Slot them in the door, and the door opens. And inside, two flames. Welcome, adventurer. You must be weary. Allow the sanctity of this place to mend your wounds and invigorate your spirit. We're proud of all you could achieve on your own. What is this place? The shrine and its history matter little now. A tragic fate has befallen this world indeed. Eons ago, we were its guardians. Are you gods? Some would say that. As the roots of wisdom grew more distant with each passing generation, humans took their security for granted and set faith aside. Devoid of worshippers, our power slowly faded. Your world was a vibrant sight before the flood. Then, as fate would have it, a powerful curse befell its only remaining piece of land. Guardians? How long ago was this? The implications of our story would make little sense to denizens of a fallen world. A fallen world? Your world. Its connection to the stars has long been severed. Increasingly helpless in the face of its impending doom, we crystallized the last of our energy. That's when the time came. When the time came, it could support humanity's final hope. That final hope, messenger, is you. As we have since the day you were born, we will be watching over you. Now, receive our final gift to the world. You got the key of love. Left by gods long forgotten to be found at the time of greatest need, it is one of the notes needed to create a melody that will break the curse. Sun and Moon, receive the key of love. Once you leave, the door closes behind you, never to be opened again. And, as luck would have it, I missed a secret! God damn it! Now I gotta go through this whole area again to get the one thing that I missed. This game's got a whole bunch of lore implications and I can't even focus on them when I'm dealing with more stuff related to my own mistakes and things that I've done that I could have avoided doing so I could benefit from it. This is stupid. Also known as, if only I have the power seal thing unlocked before I went through that whole struggle, And also realized that I could have doubled back here earlier. Because if you go up here, you find another big orange crystal. Back to direction. Takes us to the right. I'm more surprised that I avoided that blade than getting hit by the other one. Note to keep in mind. There is a power seal right there. I must go to the right to face the power seal. Oh. Well, that seems to explain it pretty well. I went through this area with the intention of using the time to move around, when you actually need that to go up here. And then when going up here, you can get the power seal there. Golden gameplay! Pure understanding and acknowledgement of knowing what I'm doing and going the right direction. I think I'm pretty much done in this area. Yeah, I'm definitely done in this area. Okay, areas I'm done with. I'm done with the Howling Grotto. That's effectively played out its requirements. The Tower of Time's been done. The Cloud Ruins have a lot of power seals that I have missed? No. I haven't missed them. Because there were some there that you couldn't have gotten before now. But that also requires finding a way back up to the Cloud Ruins. For now, though, I could go for another health upgrade. Missions done in the Sunken Temple. We are left currently at 3 music notes and missing a number of items. One of the 4 Phobicans needed to repair the bridge to the Forlorn Temple. 4. And there have been 2 found entirely. Not entirely. There have been 2 found effectively. Because there is the one that was in the death area. There's another one that we can go and face now. So, let's just dial back for a second and take a look at our items. Run on liquid surfaces. And what is lava but just a really hot liquid? Well, here is what lava is, aside from a really hot liquid. The lava is floor. Achievement name. So let me guess. Your name's Pyro.
That's me!
How did you get so close to the underworld if you can't stand fire?
Oh, the irony, right? To be honest, I don't remember, but I do have to get back to my workstation. Thanks for snapping me out of it.
Why I chose that voice, I will never say. I also can't. I don't have an answer. I also don't have my landing proper. Which takes me back to the portal. I'm going down there. And this game's not stopping me. This takes us back to the underworld. Except in the past, because we haven't been here in the future. It also gives us a separate pathway. Which of course means things look different. They don't play different though. You still die like you're allergic to fire. By the way, a lot of this area is pretty different. So there's that, like right in the middle of the screen there is the shop door. To the right was the room that we fought the boss. But what is this big drop? That's the drop that played out in the cutscene. And then the pathway that was what Manfred took us through. Some area is inaccessible through official means. Doesn't change, however, that they are on the map. And it mostly plays out in cutscenes. Okay, it's very clear then that lava deals at least 9 damage base. That's the only way we can really make out the -1 damage while still getting completely full health to death, burnt in the lava. I do like, though, at the very beginning of the game, it uses this song for when the demon army attacks, and then they bring it back for when you're in, like, past Underworld. Just like how when you first meet up with the, two guys at the top of the Searing Crags. They have the theme that plays when you're in the dark tunnel. One other thing, there's this pathway down here. You run along it, it takes you down to how do these rooms connect? I couldn't tell how these rooms would connect. And then I said, look, either you put your socks out or you save those, but you can't do both. Oh, sorry, did you just get crushed? Yeah. It seems like your saving grace doesn't even watch sometimes. Which is surprising, because if you're given a 10-second window to be brought back, if you're not paying attention, then 10 seconds can go by very quick. Now for an area that couldn't have been accessed before. Okay, this is just not fair. This is just not fair. Down here. Good job. Give it a couple seconds, then it moves. I go back to my initial statement. You can also run on lava. Don't forget, you can run on lava. Third time's the charm. Hopefully, with less chance of death. Of course, there is more than one here. It does spin when you hit it, though. That's pretty much it for the secrets here. And all 4 power tokens. I still have to find out how those 2 rooms connect, because I know that there's a reason, and it's definitely unrelated to some connection to another. I'm definitely lost. Not literally in game, I mean like in my own mind. Prevent getting crushed. Oh, that's a great place to go back to. Just great. Then I gotta go back through this entire room. Which, I mean, isn't really that much. You just kind of drop down. Doesn't change that it's annoying. Alright, 3rd time, not the charm. It is possible to get through that. I know it. It wouldn't be a pathway if you couldn't. It really wasn't that hard this time. Yeah, no, these rooms aren't connected. They are not. Unless they are in the future. I still haven't seen any proof of that. Down here is a long gauntlet of falling platforms. And progressively as you go, more enemies run at you. Normal enemy activity. And also, the lack of proper planning made to... I actually almost thought I was going to die in the lava there. Then I remembered I could run on it. Some of these areas are built with the thought that you wouldn't be moving while running over liquid surfaces, unlike these wavy ones. This doesn't count as actual lava, this just counts as death. Think of it as a bottomless pit with funny little graphics of lava waves. At the end of this area is another note, which already makes 4. Got the Key of Chaos. Nature's attempt to contain the underworld's endless mayhem. It is one of the notes needed to create a melody that will break the curse. There's a reason why there's a door here. You can't go back through that. You can't. There's no space, all the platforms are gone. It is upon returning here that we look around a little bit more, find one unopened door. We can go into the other room, check and see what's going on over there. Oh, you like that big portal? It's actually kind of scary. After years of research, I realized one of the items we need to recover is in the very future we are trying to prevent. If my calculations are correct, it should take you there, but in order to activate it, I would need a relic imbued with demon magic. Of which we do not have right now. However, I do believe that that is something that is worth taking a look at, probably later. Headway that has been made today. We have started in the, I guess, future area, explored the Howling Grotto, found our way to the Sunken Shrine, got the note in the Sunken Shrine, explored more in the Autumn Hills, got the note that resided there, found the Dark Cave. Haven't gone through the Dark Cave yet. Made it most of the way through the Dark Cave. Made it to the Searing Crags. Fed the 2 Colossus guys at the top their Power Thistle for their soup. Got the note found there. Returned to the Underworld. Found the final note there. Strangely enough, it places me in the room with a power seal? Huh. Progress that still needs to be made. There is more to the Forlorn Temple. We need to collect all the guys that can actually build the bridge there. There are still 2 at large. Make it through the Dark Cave. Optionally, we can give the Astral Tea leaves from the seed that we have yet to plant to the Sensei, who will give us the power of infinite sight. But I'm going to try and avoid that at all costs. And... oh right, I still missed something in the catacombs. And... yeah, there's still a couple of places that I'm missing. There's a reason you can go back to the Glacial Peak. There were those frozen things that were missing. And also, Dragon. Dragon wasn't there before. Anyways, that's a pretty good mark to end it off, I think. Hopefully, with the next Messenger stream, this should be pretty much it. We'll see, though. Only one way to find out.